Hey there, viewers! It's Charlie on Mac again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Age of the Prime's G2 Grimlock and Wheelie. But yeah, this guy was kind of an impulse buy for me because, well, of course, I was going through Smiths because my birthday was recently and I was just splurging on Transformers and yeah, Smiths had the usual, like, last bits of Legacy, bit of Studio Series, bunch of TF1 mainline stuff. I'm pretty sure the only other Age of the Primes figured out was Solus Prime, who, of course, I have already, but out of the blue, you could say, because, yeah, okay, sorry, but I don't know, I just saw this guy on the shelves and just immediately got him. So, yeah. And, well, let's just start off with the box. Now, I did briefly look at this box in my previous review with Overcharge, just comparing it with Legacy boxes, because, yeah, I do like these boxes, but compared to the Legacy boxes, these are nowhere near as cool in my opinion. But we've got a picture of Grimlock right here. Of course, we got him in Beast Mode with Wheelie just riding on him, just like in the film. Of course, Transformers, Age of the Primes. Curiously, it's still G2 Universe Grimlock when Wasp was an animated universe Wasp, and Red Alert's not Armada Universe Red Alert, so just with Grimlock, we still have the Universe designation thing, and Wheelie's not G2 Universe Wheelie, which, I don't know. But we can see 22 steps to transform him. Anyways, this side, we got pretty cool picture of Grimlock, or a hallucination of him, I guess, said Wheelie about to slingshot something right into your face. This side, of course, we just have some of the primes. So we got Primer, Vector, and Alpha Trion. And the back got him in both modes. And Wheelie, looking way more cool than he does in real life. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And well, for the figure, well, of course, this is meant to be Grimlock in his original Generation 2 colors. Like, yeah, we did have a G2 Universe Grimlock back in Legacy, but that was like prototype colors. Whereas with this is the actual G2 Grimlock colors, so it's that nice dark blue that I just love this. And apparently there's rumors of some more G2 Dinobots coming out in Selects, so we will get like a G2 Slug and a G2 Snarl. So, yeah. But anyways, for the details, which this guy's so tall, my camera is literally already tilted upwards. So, of course, I've got. Let's start with the chest, which here we have a standard Autobot symbol, which, yeah, you could whine that that's not G2, but, well, in the G2 toy line, most of the stickers were just standard Autobot and Decepticon symbols, so, hey, that's still pretty accurate. Of course, we've got the little T-Rex arms, which these are on ball joints, so these can move. Of course, we've got the heads, which I just love how that looks. And yeah, there's no front teeth, but I don't care. The neck's in translucent again, which is pretty cool looking. Just going to go around to the little crotch section, because yeah, I cannot make that sound more awkward. But of course, this is going to form his chest, and we can see the little Autobot symbol there, which is pretty cool. Of course, we have the huge stompers, which are done up in this nice gold paint, which is pretty cool looking. Put these little bits of paint here, which are meant to reference stickers from the original toy. And of course, with the tail here, again, I love how that looks. And one detail that I love, they actually have the Autobot tramp stamp. Like, dude. Like, with most modern G2 figures, they don't even have the little Autobot or Decepticon stamp. So, to have it be here, that is amazing. And that, I'm pretty sure that's the same font that the modern Transformers logo uses as well. So, yeah. But the fact that we actually have an Autobot stamp here, referencing the original toy, that's amazing. Like, they didn't have to go the extra mile here, but the fact that they did, like, holy crap. That's like if they did, like, imagine if they did a redeco of G1 Universe Optimus Prime from Legacy as a G2 Universe Optimus Prime. And they literally put the Autobot stamp on his leg. That's the kind of detail that, like, it's not really noticeable at first, but when you do notice it, like, dude, it's just a real nice attention to detail. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the T-Rex mode. Like, it's pretty much SSX, it's Studio Series 86 Grimlock, but in blue. And honestly, I quite like this. And of course, for accessories, we do have the same gun. So, nothing new there. So you can just plug in a blast effect if you want. Or hell, plug in another one, but yeah, it's the same gun. And it's the same method of storage. So we've got the two ports here. And these could just plug on. Kind of unwieldy, but me personally, I would have preferred if he came with a sword akin to comic Grimlock. Because, you know, this is based on G2 Grimlock, and I'm pretty sure that toy had a sword and a gun. So, yeah, maybe if they had, like, a sword as well, like, instead of this guy who we'll get to soon, give him a sword. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Grimlock, who overall I love. Let's move on to the not so good aspects, which is, yeah. Now, when Studio Series 86 Grimlock first came out, I'm pretty sure everyone had their contempt with Wheelie, because it's just a static minifigure, and of course, that was before the core class came out of Wheelie, which I don't have, but maybe I should get, I don't know. But with this version, well, this is my first time having a Wheelie, but with this version, well, surprisingly, it's based on the main picture of Wheelie from TF Wiki. Okay. That's or it's meant to be based on the original Wheelie toy colors. I mean, there's not a G2 Wheelie to base this thing off of, so I guess they're basing it off the toy. I don't know. So it's either Toy Wheelie or it's Marvel Comics Wheelie. But point is, yeah, people are right. This thing is poop. Pardon my French. Like, I mean, it's literally posed like he's on the toilet. I mean, you can get him standing, but most of the time, he's literally just going to be falling over. I mean, hey, if you're creative like I am, you can have him pose like he's just sitting on a shelf. Like, that's literally what I do. I just have him sitting off my shelf. But, yeah. But for Wheelie here, well, of course, got the little face right there. Pose him like he's crying, because, yeah, let's just do the articulation. Like, the head can go side to side. It's on a ball joint. This arm can only move upwards, and that's it. And T-pose. This arm's on a permanent elbow joint. But this can move too, but it can't really T-pose either. But we do have disjoints. So he can aim the slingshot. Waist, and the legs can move. They're on a permanent bent knee though. So, yeah. Plus, he comes with a slingshot, which I don't see a point of taking this out of his hand at all, because this thing can barely pose. So, let's just take this away. And for Grimlock here, well, let's put on with the other G2 Universe Grimlock from the Toxitron line. And, yeah, this guy is definitely the better looking out of the two. Like, obviously this is based on prototype colors for a potential G2 Grimlock variant. But, yeah. This guy looks way better. Like, he's got more details, he's got more paint. This looks more like if Grimlock had jaundice, or if he was in The Simpsons or something. I mean, this guy having some detail on the tail is pretty nice, but still. Give me the Blue Boy any day. And seeing how you don't have SS86 yet, like there is that reissue coming soon, let's put him with the core class, because why not? Honestly, I wouldn't mind the G2 recolor of this guy, but that'll probably be like a huge gift set or something. And, yeah, this guy kind of has a big ass, but still. There you go. And here is the original G2 Grimlock, which, honestly, yeah, I don't even need to explain anything, because this guy just does a really good job of recreating the G2 Grimlock look. I mean, it literally has it has the all-about stamp on the tail, for crying out loud, so, yeah, just enjoy this comparison. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it for the beast mode. Well, in fact, I actually forgot something. So with Wheelie here, he can actually plug on. So we've got these ports here on Grimlock's neck, which Wheelie can actually plug onto, which, knowing me, I'm going to struggle, but there's ports here on Wheelie's legs here. And this just plugs on. So just trying to get this in. And of course I am struggling, because I am on camera. So, there you go. You can have Wheelie just riding on Grimlock. Obviously referencing how they became friends in the 86 film. And no, I'm not sure if there's like a small Core Class Prime like compatibility there. Like, I'm pretty sure if you put Core Prime on there, he'll probably just fall off. But hey, this does work. Even if it looks like he's hanging on for dear life. So, yeah. You can have this nice reference to the 86 film. If it were in G2 colors, but there you go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the beast mode. And having Wheelie fall off and die, because he deserves that. Let's move on to the transformation. Now, just before we start, one last thing. You can actually plug in a blast effect to his mouth. So you can have him pretty much be Godzilla, which... There actually is a Godzilla version of this mold now, which... Okay. But, okay, enough dilly-dallying. Let's actually transform this guy. So to start, let's just straighten out the legs. So we can have him stand look at how modern T-Rexes look. So if you want that look, then there you go. But we're just going to take the head, just move that up, take the chest sections, split that open. Yeah, just fillet all that open. And that will give you access to his head, which we can just get out. Then take the Dino Wheelie section. And that's just going to untab. If I can actually, there we go. And that all moves up. And that forms his chest. Down with the tail, we just split that. Open these sections. Rotate the legs down. Take the tips of the tail. They just nestle into these little crevices here. Then close up the legs. Take the feet. These flip out, so he's got legs now. Take the hands. Flip them out to the dino legs. Oh, there we go. On my copy, this one seems to always come off the mushroom joint though, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Move the arms down. Take the dino head. That just nestles on the back. And then these bits with the hands just pretty much form as wings. And here we go. Here we have Grimlock in robot mode. And yeah, for a leader class, that's a pretty simple transformation, but it's fun. I like it. Like, it was fun on the Toxitron version, and it's fun here as well. And for Wheelie, to transform him, you grab him and you just throw him away. So, yeah. But for Grimlock here, yeah, pretty much it's standard Grimlock, but he's now in blue instead of the usual grey colour. And this works. I quite like how this looks. Of course, we've still got the Autobot stamps here on his legs. Looks pretty nice. The head, of course, typical Grimlock head. You can just hear Greg Berger's voice coming out of that. And we can even see the chest with the Autobot symbol right in there, which is molded, mind you. So, yeah. And of course, for the gun, of course, this can just, well, you can drop it, but if you don't want him holding it, then just can't plug onto one of the arms. So you can just have that dangling there. If you don't want him holding a gun, of course, we can just have him holding this. And this does take blast effects if I can find a second one. You know, it's gonna be mismatched colors, but whatever. So you can have that going on, which is pretty cool. Plus there's ports here on the feet. If you want to plug in some more blast effects. And there's just ports everywhere. Like, keep in mind, this is a Studio Series figure, but there's ports on the sides here, on the forearms, on the shoulders, on the back. Maybe this was like planned for Kingdom or whatever. Because this released at the time of Kingdom, the original mold. I don't know, but still. And of course, for Wheelie, I mean, there is some integration here. Like, there's a little port here on his left leg, and there's a little port here on Grimlock's shoulder. So we can actually have him sitting on Grimlock's shoulder if you really want him to do that. Because why not? It's a bit taller than my phone, but well, you can do that, but I'm not going to. And Wheelie just died. And of course, if you have a G2 Dinobot, if you're watching this far in the future, I'm sure they all look really good together. But of course, right now, the only G2 Dinobots we have right now are these two. So I guess we have Grimlock, and I'm guessing maybe like a Toxitron create clone of Grimlock. I don't know. Grimlock after being corrupted by Toxitron. It's really up to your own interpretation for this figure. But again, this guy looks way cooler in my opinion. Like, yeah, the little stripes here do look nice, but again, I just prefer how this guy looks. And of course, little baby Grimlock, which I do hope that they do a blue version of this one day, but eh. And again, they look really nice together. And this is a better, like, son for Grimlock than Wheelie is. And of course, with the original, so we can see how accurately that they recreated this. So, yeah. They did a pretty good job, if you ask me. Only thing is, I wish he had a sword. So, yeah. And finally, for the articulation, well, head can move around. So, yeah, it's on a ball joint because you can look down, I'm pretty sure. Or that's the, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on a ball joint, but you can kind of look down if you use, yeah, if you use a combination of the transformation joint and the ball joint, you can look down. But yeah, that's a ball joint. These can fly outwards. Soft ratchet joint there on the arms. Can T-pose. Swivel there at the bicep. It's got elbows there. Wrists can go inwards just due to the transformation. They can swivel, although my copy, this one comes off a bit too easily. The claws can close up if you want a bit of an attack mode there. The waist can rotate. He can kick forward, although on my copy, like, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like a ratchet or a soft ratchet, because this one feels nice and detented. This one just feels kind of loose. And on my Toxitron Grimlock, you can actually hear the ratchet joints. Whereas on my, like, G2 Prime's Grimlock here, nothing. But so, I'm guessing that's a bit of a QC oopsie there. But oh well. Ratchet there for the knees. Swivel there at the thigh. Of course, you can do splits. Really good ankle pivot. And if you want, the heels can move if you have them in a really dynamic pose. So the heels can help with stability and balance if you do like a really dynamic attacking pose or something. And of course, with Wheelie, we already went with his posability earlier, so but I guess we should have Wheelie here for the final statements. So but yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about, well, these two. Like, obviously, you're not buying this for Wheelie, are you? You're buying this for Grimlock. And, oh my god, Grimlock absolutely delivers. Like, I already loved the mold of the Toxitron collection, and honestly, this version makes me love it even more. Like, I can't wait for that reissue of the 86 mold so I can get it in the original colors without having to sell my kidneys. But yeah, I do have complaints. Mostly nitpicks, but a few actual complaints. I think my main complaint is My copy seems to have a couple of QC issues. Mainly, this wrist seems to come off a bit too easily when you're trying to transform him. And this ratchet joint just does not work. Although, they don't... Like, these problems don't... like... At least I can still pose the figure. Like, these aren't overly loose, so they don't mess up the figure for me. So, these are ignorable, at the very least. But yeah, other complaints are pretty much the same ones I had with the Toxitron Grimlock. And honestly, for nitpicks, I just wish he had a sword. Like, maybe ditch Wheelie, because most of my complaints are with Wheelie, and give him a sword. So, yeah. But, do I recommend this figure? Absolutely. Like, Grimlock is already a really great mold. Like, whether it's this guy, the original Shattered Glass, which I do really want. Just making it in G2 Blue makes it look really cool, in my opinion. And I hope they do more. Well, there's already leaked listings of the G2 Dinobots, but I hope to do, like, more G2 figures, like... Maybe, like, a proper G2 Megatron that's not just a lousy Fries redeco. But yeah, this guy looks really good. And honestly, I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna be slept on a lot because he's in the same wave as Megatronus. But honestly, give this guy a shot because he's pretty cool. So yeah, this has been my review on Age of the Prime's G2 Grimlock and Wheelie. And this is Charlie Young signing off.